Good evening, everyone, and thank you for tuning in this evening. You're very welcome to our 19th Open Night here at Dunboyne College of Further Education, where you'll get an idea of all the many and diverse courses that we have here on offer. My name is Dennis Leonard. I'm the principal of the college, and really we've been working over the last 19 years to make sure the demands of this area in terms of progression onto third level and employment are met by the diverse courses that we have here on site. So our Open Night presentation is going to showcase the many exciting offerings that we have in each of our departments and the wonderful progression opportunities that are available when you finish. In Dunboyne College, our motto is begin here, go anywhere. We have over 50 courses accredited by QQI at levels 5 and level 6. Each of them lead on to universities and IT colleges where you can progress to level 6, 7 and 8. We have direct links to these colleges regardless of your Leave Cert points. All of our courses have work experience, and they also have great links to industry and employment afterwards. And statistically, it's been proved that QQI students, like our own, are more focused, have excellent retention at third level, and perform extremely well academically. Further education is a wonderful opportunity, and particular PLC courses are a great option at this point in time here in Ireland to learn new skills while in a college environment. Dunboyne College of Further Education courses are unique as they bridge the gap to educational journey that might be part of your future. There are many pathways to get where you want to go, and it doesn't matter how you get there if it's really where you want to be. Further education provides that clarity and indeed that opportunity. At the end of the year here with us, our students continually state, it's been the best choice that I ever made. We have huge progression opportunities at third level. Dunboyne College sends more students to universities and institutes of technology than most secondary schools in this country. The flexible options in Dunboyne allow students to sample various modules in September to make sure they are pursuing the career of their choice. And dropout rates for students who do QQI courses are very low, less than 3% for those who come here first and then progress on to third level, compared to 10% and over in some of the universities and up to 33% in some of the IT colleges. In fact, those dropout rates are higher in third level this year due to COVID and the online learning. As students here learn referencing, research, self-directed learning, they tend to stay the full third level course afterwards, unlike many who might go straight from Leave Cert and sometimes are not quite sure about their options. Progression from here is huge. 85% of those who get a full award in 2020 ended up progressing to college. That's 374 students who received an offer at level 8 to go on to third level and 248 at level 7. They went to Maynooth University, where over 130 students went, to DCU, to UCD, to Trinity College, to the Technical University for Dublin, where over 200 of our students had offers, Dundalk, Athlone, Waterford and Tralee Institutes of Technology, as well as Carlow and NCI DBS. And what do they do there? They do subjects like arts, social science, nursing, law, music performance, dental nursing, business, sound, computers, media production, a whole range of different subject areas for our students who progress. And many went into vocational areas in hairdressing, beauty and other areas where they went directly into employment. You learn skills for life here. The study skills you learn in Dunboyne and how you use those skills equip you for third or further level education or indeed into life. Skills include knowing how to reference, how to do a bibliography, knowing how to put together an assignment and present your work in the required format is always very useful. In Dunboyne College, students are shown how to navigate and how to submit on Moodle, which is a platform used by many third-level colleges. You learn how to research and apply theory and practice in your assignments. You take responsibility for your own work, for time management and for your learning. A PLC course, like those here in Dunboyne, are the bridge that takes a lot of the potential stress out of being a first-year student in a new environment at third level. Dunboyne College provides a good learning environment and family atmosphere, student support from experienced tutors, teaching in their field of expertise, high-quality teaching both on and off-site. We're a college with a great track record since 2003. And we have an outstanding reputation among third-level institutions and employers. In terms of college life here, we run many extracurricular, from sports to theme weeks to fundraisers. We have a very active student council. We have an Erasmus programme in disciplines like nursing, business, tourism, media, which lets students go to Exeter, Barcelona or Tenerife to our partner colleges. We run a scholarship programme where students actually have the opportunity to receive sponsorship from local businesses and have their fees paid for the year. Our newsletter is on our website, which gives you a flavour of all these areas of college life. So in terms of interview and registration, you can apply now online at dunboynecollege.ie. There's no enrolment fee, and all you will end up paying is a €30 administration fee if you apply and register and then decide not to come. Interviews will be held remotely this year, so if you upload your personal statement and your photo, you will get an answer within 2 weeks. Payment of your full fee guarantees a student a place on the course, and all students can claim a refund if they decide not to come or get a third level place, a refund right up to early October. Demand for places is usually high. 2,500 students applied last year for our 1,000 places, so we always recommend that you apply early. Finally, after 2 years of uncertainty among our Leave Cert students of 2020 and 21 in terms of going to college, maybe it's time to take time out to focus on the area you want to develop your career in, regardless of whether you have the points or not, or if you're a mature student who wants to go back into learning or change a career. Why not spend a year exploring in depth and be college ready when you do progress? Come May of next year, you'll be in a great place to enjoy the next step of your educational journey with a diverse set of skills in your arsenal. If you miss anything in tonight's presentation, it will continue to be available on www.opendcfe.ie, or you can check our website or simply give us a call. We look forward to hearing from you, and don't forget you can always check us out on Facebook, Twitter or Instagram as well. As we have said for the past 18 years here, begin here, go anywhere. Hope you find what you've been looking for here this evening, and again, thank you so much for tuning in.
Hello and welcome to Dunboyne College of Further Education's Open Night. This evening we're starting with a live presentation of our own business department presented by Fiona Monaghan. Our staff panel are Maria McDonnell and Caroline McCann, and I'm Susan Clark. As you watch, please interact with us by typing your questions into the chat box below, and we'll have a live Q&A session with our panel at the end of the presentation. After the session, you can head over to our Career Guidance live Q&A with Meabh and Derek by clicking the link in the description here. They're on hold to answer any questions that you have about further education, progression, links and career opportunities. So I'll hand you over now to Fiona Monaghan.
Welcome everybody, and thank you very much for taking the time to join us this evening, or this late afternoon, early evening, a first of its kind, our virtual open night. So we're delighted to have you all on board. Today, this evening, this group here are going to be discussing our business department, and within that, our various business courses. We'll also be looking at the multitude of subjects that you can engage in with each of the courses. So the first one we're going to look at is our pre-university business course. So basically, what is it all about? Well, it's a one-year course. It is ideal for anybody who is considering a career in business and is looking to progress into further studies, into third level university in any of the business courses. It is absolutely ideal for people who want a career. It's a very wide-ranging career choice. As we know, business is in every single industry. Whether you're in pharmaceuticals, whether you're in architecture, there is a business underlying all of it. So this is a very wide-ranging and scopy course, okay? So what we're going to do is take an opportunity just to talk you through what the different subject choices are and give you a little bit more insight into the course itself. You can progress more into marketing routes and sales, or into business administration, or perhaps even into more the financial areas. So the modules, or the subjects that you will be able to choose from, include the following. We have subject choices of work experience and communications, two critical subjects that we tend to have through most of the courses we have here in Dunboyne College. We also then look at more specific business type subjects, so accounting, both manual and computerised. We have marketing practice, business administration skills, applied economics, word processing, financial services, business law, mathematics, safety and health, and also we have spreadsheet methods. You don't have to do each and every subject. The key thing is to pick subjects that you have a passion for, that you want to learn more about, or maybe you've had some exposure to some of these already. In terms of what happens next, where do you go after your successful year in Dunboyne College? What are your progression routes? For some of you, you may look to go directly into the workplace, and we will be providing you with excellent skills. Through our communications and our work experience subjects, we're going to give you a toolkit to help you with your CV, to help you with your job application process, and indeed to do a standout interview. In addition to that, you might decide to go on to third level university. The types of courses you can hope to apply to are maybe the Business Level 8 in DCU, a 3 or 4 year course, into Maynooth to do a Business Level 8, again 3 to 4 years, a Technology University Dublin, and a Business Level 8 4-year course there, and indeed your arts in Maynooth as well. So you have a wide range of courses that you can choose to do after the completion of your Dunboyne year. We try and make it a little bit of fun. Unfortunately, I think our students this year won't be able to attest to this because we haven't all been on site and been able to avail of the great class trips that we have on offer. What we try and do is expose the students to a little bit about their course. So for example, if we're looking at business law, we might take a trip to the law courts. We might take trips to different companies to have a look at their marketing plans, to have a look at different business ventures. So we try and make the course practical to the students as well. Previous years, we have had our marketing practice groups take a trip to the Rye River Brewery to get some tips on their marketing strategies. And very interesting and a great day out. Then we had, with our business law, as I've mentioned, they took a trip to the criminal courts of justice to research different cases for their business law assignments and their business law course. Again, another great day out. A quick testimonial from one of our previous students. So David Fitzgerald, who attended our pre-university business course in the year 2016, is now studying in aviation management and pilot studies in DCU. And basically David had to say, I was very interested in the modules you were studying, and all of that was down to the teachers. They engaged with the class, which made it more enjoyable overall. I used the work experience module to get into the area I wanted to progress to. And as I've mentioned, the diversity that the business courses will offer you are second to none. Looking at our second course is the Business and Accounting course. This is a newly added course of this year, and we'll be continuing with it for next year. It basically can cover you for 2 different courses, a business studies course, and in addition to that, a business administration course. So what is the business studies? Well, business studies, like we've already covered in our first course, is an ideal entry-level qualification for all aspects of the business world. It basically has a huge demand, and there's loads of jobs required, lots of jobs out there, and lots of business skills required for each of you then at the end of your course and at the end of your perhaps university experience. And it gives students a great opportunity to progress directly into the workplace, or indeed to progress into third level university. It offers students an opportunity to gain varied and invaluable skills. You will have the skills to work in business administration, to work in marketing, perhaps to specialise in accounting. You will have experience of word processing, of spreadsheet skills, of business law, and many, many more subjects to give you basically a very, very rounded learning, a very rounded academic year here with us. We have specialised subjects, but we also give you, as I said, a foundation, a toolkit to take with you into the professional workplace and into your third level university. We offer subjects, as I've mentioned, like work experience and communications, word processing. These are tools that will take you through the rest of your life, not just through your academic year in Dunboyne. Again, this is a one-year course. It has many, many progression routes, and as Susan has already mentioned, we will be having a talk at 6:45 directly after this session to give you further advice and insight into the progression routes that are open to you. As I mentioned in the previous business studies, there's lots of different courses in terms of DCU and Maynooth and looking at arts. You will develop skills in such areas as payroll, in accounting, in business law, perhaps dip your toe into taxation, business administration, word processing, and very many more subjects. Something to suit everybody. The course content, I've basically touched on some of these already. I won't read each and every one of these out for you. They're there for you to have a look through, and of course, all of this information is available on our website also. But we also have some subjects I haven't mentioned so far, such as entrepreneurial skills. Are you the next Thomas Edison? Are you the next Bill Gates? What do you have inside you that can make you stand out after you finish your year in Dunboyne? We'd introduce you to digital presentation. And in this world, everything has gone digital. We introduce you to e-business. So again, giving you a far range of subjects for you to further your career and tap into skills that right now you mightn't even know you have. Again, in terms of the progression routes, Meabh and Derek, our careers guidance team, will take you through those in more detail at 6:45. But similar to the previous course, we have courses available in accounting and finance in DCU, ranging level 8 of 3 years. We have the Technology University in Dublin City Campus, accounting and finance level 8 there. And in Maynooth then, we have arts level 8, also a 4-year course. The next course we'd like to introduce you to, it's a new course starting in September 2021. And basically it is a pre-apprenticeship of banking, insurance and financial services. This course basically is aimed at those that want to specialise in the financial services sector. Okay, we have a great hub in Dublin, a global hub in Dublin for the financial services, only set to grow with Brexit. So a very, very exciting opportunity for those looking to expand into the financial services sector. The types of modules or subject choices that will be available to you will be applied economics, financial services, spreadsheet methods, maths, insurance and banking, taxation, and many more, such as word processing, communications and work experience that we have already mentioned in our previous courses. Why? Because they are absolutely critical to your overall success, not just in Dunboyne, but through your professional working life and college careers. Progression routes again will be covered in more detail after this session, but we have the NCI Financial Apprenticeship Level 7 or 8 Earn While You Learn programme. We have the NCI Business Level 8 lasting 3 years. We have in DCU the Accounting and Finance Level 8, again lasting 3 years. And the Technology University of Dublin in Blanchardstown, the Business Level 8 course there. So again, a myriad of opportunities for you. And I think you will find that we have excellent relationships and a feeding process from this college directly into all of the universities around Ireland. The next course we're going to look at is the Legal and Medical Secretary, Office Administration. So this course basically is there to provide an insight for the students that want to work in office administration. Perhaps you want to specialise in legal office work or medical office work. Well, then this is the course for you. It's a one-year course for those interested in career, looking at all kind of administration and reception. It has many, many opportunities for you to work in different office settings, as I've mentioned, legal and medical, but also in the civil service. We get the essential skills required for any busy office environment. And for anyone who has previous experience working in an office, you will know that it all happens in the office admin. You are the glue, you are the connection, and it is the hub of any business environment. So this is a fantastic opportunity to provide you with the skills you will need to be the glue in your future career. It's excellent progression into the Institutes of Technology, to the universities, and to indeed level 6 programs as well. It is a one-year course, and it'll be discussed in more detail with Meabh and Derek at 6:45. The content, the course material that will be open to you will include information and administration, communications, reception and frontline office skills. You'll also have your work experience, text reduction, spreadsheet methods, learning a lot of different terminology, medical and legal, looking at different legal practices and procedures, and audio transcription. Basically, all you will need to get yourself a very, very good foundation. Again, the progression routes. The course will enable graduates to take up employment, so coming directly out of Dunboyne College and into the workplace. Or you may decide to go and further your academic education, and you have opportunities in Maynooth with arts at business at level 8, DKIT front office at level 6, DBS will give you legal and business studies at level 7, and in TU Dublin in Blanchardstown you have an option there of business level 8. So just a couple of photographs then. As I mentioned, in the college, we're very pro the students becoming involved in all sort of practical work, okay? So in regards to that, we try and take them to visits to companies, or perhaps, as I mentioned, to the law courts, whatever is appropriate for the particular course you have chosen. So we have a photograph here of a number of students visiting Google in Dublin. Office business accounts and information processing. Similar to some of the office administration course we've already talked about, this one offers a little bit more in terms of bookkeeping and payroll, so a little bit more of a slant towards the financials. A one-year course, basically to gain skills to work in the business and office administration areas, learning the skills in payroll, bookkeeping, basic accounts, processing of information and word processing. It's a one-year course again. And the type of content you'll be covering will be business administration skills, bookkeeping manual and computerized. Again, we have our word processing, our communications and our work experience, these very critical and core modules that will be the foundation of your future. We look at payroll, manual and computerized. We have database methods, desktop publishing and information and communication systems. In terms of where you're going to go next, well, that's up to you. But the opportunities for you are TU in Dublin, Blanchardstown, Accounting and Finance Level 7, TU Dublin City Campus, Accounting and Finance Level 8, DKIT Business Studies Level 8, Maynooth Arts with Business and Accounting Level 8. So again, great opportunities to feed forward from here. Now, perhaps you are chomping at the bit to have the next breaking story and making a news for yourself. Well, this course might be the very one for you. Journalism, digital media and public relations. So this course basically is all about journalism, how to work across different types of media. Again, it's a one-year course. We will help you understand the theoretical concepts of journalism and learn how to use digital technology and multiple platforms to deliver news to the world. You will have your name in lights yet. The course content then, you will be able by the end of your course to be adept basically in your writing skills for journalism. You'll be able to have terrific research skills for journalism, technical skills for journalism, excellent at public relations and radio programming production. Continuing the type of content, media analysis, communications and work experience, there they are again. And furthermore, digital marketing, we have image processing, and we have word processing. Progression routes from our journalism course. In DCU, we have a journalism level 8. In TU Dublin, we have journalism level 8. Maynooth, media studies level 8. DKIT, digital marketing and public relations level 7. So again, great opportunities to further your academic path after your successful year in Dunboyne College. A little bit of hands-on experience. So the course is not just about teaching, it's about using your skill set. And I think this course is going to offer you a great balance of learning and putting into practice the skills that you have learnt. Finally then, we're coming to our tourism and business. For those with that sort of, buzz to travel, the need to see the world, who want to work in the world of tourism, again, we have a one-year course. It's an ideal entry-level course for those interested in working in the tourism sector, to give you a broad understanding of what the tourism industry is all about. We hope that you'll be able to progress into either the workplace directly or further your education and training by following into university level. There we have just some images of one of our previous groups at the Battle of the Boyne, one of the biggest tourist hotspots in Ireland. So what is it all about? Basically, this course will give you an understanding about the web and the e-business markets and the different products therein. You will study tourism and travel from a technological and an industry perspective. You can use this qualification to progress into institutes of technology, colleges and universities. Again, the course content, I won't go through each and every piece of it. I'll leave it there for you to have a quick look through yourself. But you will see some common subjects coming up there again, like work experience, word processing, safety and health, never more prevalent than it has been in the last year. Tourism principles and practice, tourism information and administration, looking at different language options in there as well. Some of you may have already studied languages through your school, or maybe it's a brand new subject to you, but we have those options there for you. Looking also at hospitality and accommodation techniques. Your progression routes. So again, after your academic year in Dunboyne, where do you want to go? Well, you might decide to seek employment directly after your time in Dunboyne College, or you may decide to further your education. The types of higher education options open to you upon your completion in Dunboyne are TU Dublin City Campus Tourism Management Level 7 or Tourism Marketing Level 8. You can also attend TU Dublin and Tallaght, studying International Hospitality and Tourism Management Level 8, DKIT Hospitality Management Level 7, and NUIG Business Studies in International and Hotel Management Level 8. And there we have an image of one of our tourism groups at Newgrange. So folks, thank you very, very much for taking the time to listen to our presentation. All of the information will be available to you, of course, on our website, and it'll be available to you for, I think, a couple of weeks or so for you to continue to look at it and view. Right now, we're going to hand over to the questions coming in from the audience.
Okay, so LJ Football asks, how do I become an entrepreneur?
Well, many would say it's born in you, okay? So it's whether you have the creativity and the vision. But what we do in this college is basically trying and hone in on those skill sets, to try and encourage people to find their vision, to find their creative niche, shall we say, to help you explore markets, to find out where there are gaps today. So what can you bring to the world? Don't forget, entrepreneurship isn't just about business. It can also be about social entrepreneurship, and many, many people have excelled in terms of their value to the community. But how do you become an entrepreneur? Well, come to Dunboyne College and we'll teach you.
We have some general questions that came in over email recently. So how would a student who had completed secondary school overseas apply to the college?
Okay, somebody want to take that?
So they would essentially apply with the same conditions that a student in Ireland would. So they would possibly have the GCSEs and they would make their application through the college. They would be called for an interview, and they may have to send just a personal declaration or proposal to accompany their application.
Other questions that we have. So can you apply for more than one course in your application?
Yes, absolutely. We would suggest that maybe your first preference, choice number 1, and so forth, 2 and 3 then.
So you can apply for 3 at a time. So you rank it in order of preference, and this ties into another question. I've applied for a course, but I'm not happy with my choice. Can I change my mind, like when I'm in the course?
Absolutely. Even having started a course, you could be in it 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or even a month, and you may decide at that point that it's not the course for you, or you had a different perception as to what it might be like. So at that point, the management and staff in Dunboyne College are very supportive and will facilitate you in any way we can to make that decision that you have the course that suits your needs and your wants to progress.
Erica O'Brien asks, what PLC course do you recommend if I want to move on to product design in Maynooth? So that's a question about progression and kind of our links to that. Do we have any ideas?
No, I think the best placed people to answer that is actually our careers guidance team. So if you join into the next session at 6:45, Meabh and Derek will be on site. They will be your expert fielders, and I think they'll be the best people to support you through that question.
Yeah.
I think the good thing about that is that we have so many different courses, and when you're applying to any third level or IT or college, they look for a successful completion of A level 5 in the general area. And you might find that there's overlaps with the course that you're doing and the course that you're applying for. But they are quite open, so they actually look forward to QQI students, especially Dunboyne ones.
Yeah. We're the best.
Yeah, absolutely. So another question is, what's the duration of the course and the times of classes?
Okay, well, the duration of the course is an academic year. So basically, it'll be running from late August, early September. We'll start off by doing short courses through August, with the kind of main course content probably starting at the end of August. And it really runs on to May then, which is basically early May is our exam period. So you're looking really at August to May.
And then in terms of the times, you can take for granted that you might start anytime from 9 and finish anytime up until 4. But, the timetables are very flexible, and, you might have a 2-hour gap during the day, or you might be in for 3 or 4 days, depending on the course you're doing. So, but take it for granted that it may be 9 to 4 most days.
Yeah. Another question that we got was, can you work part-time while studying, since it's a 1-year full-time course? Like, what kind of challenges does that pose, or opportunities?
Yeah, absolutely. Work part-time when you're studying. You can always fit it around it. I mean, your class times, like realistically, how many hours are you in a week?
It's normally 3, maximum 4 days.
Yeah, 3 or 4 days. Yeah. So you can absolutely still work part-time while you do a course.
Mm-hmm. And I think we tend to kind of encourage that as well, don't we? Yeah. Because one of the subjects we do is work experience, and you're required to actually get 60 hours work experience. So I think it's a fantastic opportunity to try and combine your study with your practical work experience as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Another question that we got was, are there modules that I have to do? Because for all of the courses that we have, you could have an option of doing up to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what options do you have to ones that you have to do or ones that you can drop?
Well, communications and work experience are a core module, and the reason being, like, to teach you life skills, whether you're going on to the workplace for employment or whether you're going to go on to college. I mean, you learn CV skills, application skills, the interview process, listening and speaking skills. So the lifetime skills that you will need either for employment or furthering yourself into third level.
So Charles asks, do you want to tell us more about personal statement? So this is part of your application process. So when you're, instead of an interview, because COVID times, we have to do personal statements.
Yeah, I just want to clarify on that actually before I give my response, Susan. Is that still a requirement?
Personal statements
Yes.
are still a requirement for all applications.
Okay,
yeah.
perfect. So it's roughly a page about the type of student that you are, essentially, the type of hobbies that you're interested in, and also, maybe your favourite subject, what you excelled in school in, what you're looking forward to about Dunboyne College. And it's just essentially a glimpse of who you are and why you want to join a course in Dunboyne College.
Cass 512 asks, what type of work experiences are offered for legal and medical secretary, and did they happen this year? So work experience opportunities for somebody working in an administrative capacity.
I'd say some students may have been lucky enough to perhaps know somebody or know somebody else that knew somebody and were able to facilitate them into work experience. But I know this year in particular, because of the pandemic, it's been particularly hard to get work experience for everybody. But I suppose the only person that can really and truly answer that would be the law teacher who's not present at the moment. Where is Shane?
A lot of students would have had the part-time job as well.
Yes.
So this year they were able to use their part-time job for their work experience and use the 60 hours and were graded on that. So a lot of students maybe that would apply for the secretary were already working part-time in an office.
And also, I think as well, while we deeply encourage students to try and get work experience in their specific industry, in their vocational area, we have to remember that transferable skills, come with you no matter what your workplace experience is. And I think that's really, really important, that you will develop skills that will carry forward to all of your different workplaces.
Yeah. And also for students this year, given the fact that all of that was out of our control, accommodations were made. Some, like you said, Caroline, have used their own work experience and are working part-time jobs as well. So, and there's also other module choices and options that we've looked into this year. So hopefully, next year we'll be in a better position, but there's always another alternative for everybody. Aoife asks, I was accepted into my PLC course, but I'm worried that my exam results will affect my place. So does anybody want to answer that? So I was accepted into my PLC course, but I'm worried that my exam results will affect your place. So I thought your exam results
in what? In her leaving cert?
Leaving certificate. That won't matter.
That won't matter at all.
No.
Because, she'll still have the interview and her personal statement. So
Yeah, I
they
think
will
that's
suffice.
Why the personal statement is so critical.
It
because
absolutely.
it does actually, it's very, very important to us, maybe even more so than results actually.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And as Dennis said earlier in his VT, he, everybody knows how uncertain things are for especially leaving certificate students of the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And that the personal statement really is, as Maria was saying, a glimpse into the personality,
your character.
Your motivations, what you want to get out of, your time with us, but also where you see yourself going. After that as well.
It's actually a chance for you to show your passion for something that you maybe won't show if you're sitting an exam.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Aoife, it doesn't matter. The personal statement matters, but no, your exam results don't matter. So one question that came in through email was, I'm not great at IT skills. Now, word processing comes up a lot throughout a lot of courses, but I'm not great at IT skills. So what supports are there?
Well, speaking from experience and teaching word processing and other IT modules, first of all, students even starting off with absolutely zero IT skills quickly realise that after the first class, they start to really excel and quite rapidly at being able to manoeuvre around a computer. But, so they obviously first and foremost have the assistance of their teacher, but thereafter we also have academic support and learning support. So obviously there are, you can decide if you want just a little bit of a helping hand, you can avail of academic support, or indeed in the classroom, your peers and your teacher are there at the forefront to assist you every step of the way. But don't be at all worried or concerned, because after the first class or two, you're well on your way.
I think it's a very baby steps approach. Like
Yeah.
it is aimed at people that don't have any experience and literally where you start.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what the whole purpose
Yeah, you
is.
start from scratch, start from basics, and everybody starts at
Yeah.
the same level,
Yeah.
regardless if you have skills or not. So.
Yeah.
Chloe Ryan asks, is the work experience 1 day a week for the year, or do we go on a week worth of placed work experience?
You have to do 60 hours in total, and it can be spread out. So it just has to be completed, we'd say, by April. So it doesn't really matter. Like, I mean, midterm break, some students this year used up part-time job and gained hours when they had midterm break and a bit of time to do the work experience. But it's not set that you have to do it this.
There's a lot of flexibility with
Yes,
it. you know.
absolutely.
And you could do
Yeah.
you could do it incredibly early in the year,
Yeah.
or you could, don't leave
Hang
it to the
off.
end.
Yeah.
We don't recommend that.
No, but don't be worried. Like, if
don't
it
be
came
worried
Christmas
about it.
that you hadn't got work experience, you still have time to get it in January and February. You're not under pressure.
And then Charles asks, for the application, it says we have to submit our mock results, but how about schools that didn't do the mock exam because of COVID?
I think all you can do there is just state that you haven't got a
Yeah.
mock
Yeah.
result,
Yeah.
that was the policy taken by the school, and submit your personal statement and the
Yeah.
rest of your application.
That's it.
Absolutely. The main thing is your personal statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now this is Cass asks, what's the difference between the night courses and the normal ones? Are the night courses shorter, and do you end up with the same qualifications and preparation? We actually have a night class open night video that's going to be available online to go through the types of night classes, the business equivalent. I know that there are QQI level 5 night classes. They generally would be going on through a certain period of time, and you'd still come out with a qualification. I'm not too sure on that one. I think you'd have to check out the video or email the college about that, particulars about night classes. Lastly, do leave and start points affect my place on a course? No. 1, 2, 3. No. Personal statement all of the way, personal statement. And that's what Further Ed is about.
Yes.
It's about, you're not worried. We are a post-leaving certificate course. Whatever shape the leaving cert takes, or whatever form it comes in, you'll always have an option in Further Ed. That's our cue to cut. I see the sound tech guy and the audiovisual guy going cut. So we're going to end it there. Thank you very much to our panel, to Fiona, to Maria and to Caroline, and thank you very much for watching.